If you want to edit faster in DaVinci Resolve, like way faster, these 7 hacks are going to save you minutes in every edit and hours on every project. These are shortcuts, presets, and workflow tips that I use every single day on all my edits, and you can do all this stuff without cutting any corners. But hey, I'm Jason, and I help editors just like you learn DaVinci Resolve fast, easily, and in a fun way so that you can focus on your storytelling and save time while you're doing it. And speaking of saving time, one of the tools that I use all the time on almost every video that I work on, for music, sound effects, templates, any kind of AI work that I might want to do, is Artlist, and they're the sponsor of today's video. But we'll talk about that hack in a little bit. The first hack is this. In DaVinci Resolve here, I'm in the Edit tab, and when we're editing our videos, we're using a lot of times the same effects, the same text, the same transitions. We're using them over and over again. So if I come and open my effects library, we can save these as favorites, and this is going to allow us to access them a whole lot quicker. So when we look at something like video transitions here, say for example, this diamond iris, I want to use it all the time. I have a little star that's next to it. If I click on it, that's going to put it in my favorites bin. Once you've got the things that you wanted, and it's the same thing for effects, you can see any one of these, I can select the star and it's going to put it in my favorites. So instead of going through all these menus and looking for all your different stuff, just come down to favorites. And now you've got all of your favorites here. You can see I have some custom slide up and slide down transitions, the logo wipe you see all the time, lens blur, lens reflections, blanking fill, drop shadow, and a couple whip tools here that I use all the time on every video. So I can just come to my favorites, and the ones I use all the time are right there. I don't have to go searching for them. That's hack number 1, saves you a lot of time. Hack number 2 here, we're jumping into the color tab. In the color tab here, you've got the ability to save a still. So for example, if I were to come to a video clip in my timeline, let's say this full head shot of me and my C100 Mark II, and I want to come up with a color grade for that, I come up with the color grade right here. Now I can save it as a still and then use it and apply it to all the rest of the clips in my timeline. To save the still, all you have to do, come over top of your video clip here. Once you've got your grade on it, I'm going to right click and say grab still. It's going to add it into my stills gallery right here. Now this works great if you're only working in one project. For example, if I have a smart filter set up, right, with all of my C100 clips, I can then come in here, select all of them, apply my still, and then boom, my color grade is done. It's the same on all my clips because it's the same situation, same lighting. Everything works out really quick. Now, if you're like me and you film in a lot of similar locations, often you want to save these stills into a power grade, not just in your stills bin within a single project. So the hack is throw it in the power grade bin. Same thing, just come to your image here. Once it's got the grade on it, right click, grab a still, boom, there you go. It is now inside of your power grades. You can use that and access that in any project that you open in this project library. So by saving that grade, even if it's only part of a grade, maybe it's just a sharpening setting, or maybe it's a vignette, or there's some settings that you use all the time, maybe it's a white balance, whatever it might be, you can save that as a still and access it either in this project if it's just in that regular stills gallery, or in any project if you put it into the power grades bin right there. Saves me a lot of time. I don't have to reinvent my color grade every single time I sit down and film in my studio. Hack number 3 here, let's jump into Fairlight. I love me some good audio. I'm an audio guy. Fairlight it is, musical notes at the bottom. Now, when it comes to Fairlight and audio work, presets are going to save you a ton of time, and there's a lot of different ways that you can create them. What I would recommend is you jump in here, you create whatever kind of sound you want for your particular audio. You could do this by microphone, by location, however you think it works best for your particular videos. For me, I'm always in the same situation here. I'm generally recording with the same mics, although I've got a new Sennheiser here today. So what I would do is I would come in and edit my audio, make it sound how I want. Then I would save that as a preset by coming up to Fairlight Preset Library. In the preset library, you've got options on the different things that you can save. If you click this little drop down, we can do EQ, dynamics, plugins, global track, global bus, and Fairlight configuration presets. Now, one tip that I recommend is if you can set your whole track up for a particular location, like me in my studio here, or a particular microphone on a camera, whatever it might be, save it as a global track preset. It's going to save everything that you do on that track, your EQ, your dynamics, your effects, your everything that you do, the color of the track, all that kind of stuff. It's going to save it in the preset. You can apply it once, and then boom, you're good to go. Maybe you have to make a little adjustment, if anything, but you can just come to Global Track Presets right here in the preset library. You can see I've got a whole bunch of them. You're going to select the track you want to save, hit Save New. In this case, we want to create a brand new one. I'm going to say Create New. We're going to give it a name, Global Track Test. I'm going to say OK. And now here is our saved preset, Global Track Test. We can also apply it from right here. So you go into a new project, you can just apply this preset, select your preset, select your track, hit apply. Boom, your audio work is done. It's going to be all set up for you just the way you like it. Hack number 4 here is a big workflow accelerator. It's going to speed up your time, and that is using the tools from Artlist. So you may need some music or sound effects. You can grab those. They've got a ton of great assets, but they also have a lot of great new AI tools, from AI voiceovers to AI image creators and even AI video creators with the new Sora 2. So now with something like Sora 2, instead of looking around for a piece of footage that fits with what you want, you can just create it using some simple text prompts. There's a couple different things I've tried creating over the last few weeks. One was a Halloween little scene where a guy turns into a monster. I've added some prompts to create end screens for my YouTube videos about subscribing. It can create pretty much anything you can put into words. Sora's going to be able to create that for you. You can even create things if you get pretty wild, like a guy jumping into the computer, editing some video, and then jumping back out. Pretty wild what you can do with this stuff. If you can think it up, Sora can create it. So right now they are running some big sales. If you wanted to try out the AI plan, there's 40% off of that. You can also get 20% off of the Max Pro annual plan, and you can get 2 months for free. Who doesn't like some freebies, right? So you'll get 2 extra months when you sign up for a year. But it's a limited time only deal, so if you have been thinking about trying out Artlist, check out the link in the description below and give it a shot. I'm sure you're going to just love all of the assets and everything that you can access to use in your projects. It's really going to speed up your workflow. I know, because I've been using it for years. Thank you again to Artlist for supporting my channel for so long and for making videos like this possible. Now let's jump into the next hack. For the next hack here in DaVinci Resolve, we're going to the Deliver page. So a little rocket at the bottom of the screen here. So in the Deliver page here, you don't want to have to set up your settings time and time again with the same things. You want a preset to get that done fast. So I'm going to recommend a custom export right here. And then we're going to come down and just set the settings the way we want. I'm going to go MP4 265 timeline resolution. I'm going to change this to a 4K 3840 by 2160 Ultra HD. On a Mac here, I like to restrict to 90,000. Going to optimize for speed. I like to multipass encode it just to give it a little extra quality, I think. And then if you need anything in the advanced settings, subtitle settings, or YouTube settings, you can go ahead and set those. Now to save this as a preset, really easy. Come on up to the 3-dot menu and then come down to Save as New Preset. And then you can choose your icon, name it whatever you want, hit save, and now you have those settings. All you have to do is jump into the Deliver page here, select your preset. It's automatically going to use the entire timeline by default. You're going to be good to go. Add it into the render queue and render out your video. Saves you a lot of time. If you're doing these things over and over and over again, you're just cutting out all that wasted time doing the same thing repetitively over and over again. Use a Deliver preset. It's going to save you a lot of time. Hack number 6 here, jumping back into the Edit tab. When we're creating our projects, we're using a lot of adjustment clips and zooms, and maybe we like a little slide in, slide out kind of thing. You could create a preset for all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my media pool here. And what I'd like to do is put all of these into a power bin. So you can see I've got my power bins right here. If you don't see your power bins, come to the 3 little dots, make sure you've got show power bins on, and that's going to allow us to see these assets in every project. So if I open up my power bins here, I've got a lot of different things going on, but one of the ones I have is called zooms. So if I wanted to add this to my timeline, all I have to do is drag this adjustment clip down into my timeline, and I've got my simple zoom in and zoom out using keyframes that I've already created on an adjustment clip, and I put that adjustment clip in a power bin. Here's what it looks like. EQ hacks in DaVinci Resolve 20 that are going to make quick little zoom in, and then it'll zoom out with some simple keyframes. Now, in order to create something like this, it's very simple. You would just drop an adjustment clip into your timeline, add some keyframes, however you want it to work, and then all you have to do is create a power bin, drag and drop that into the power bin. You're good to go. It's going to be available to you in every single project. Now, I also do that with some effects. For example, a blur, camera shake, edge detection. I can create a preset or an adjustment clip with those settings on it, drag and drop it into a power bin, and then it's already made. I don't have to make it every single time I want to use it. So for assets that you want to use all the time, that you create yourself, this is a really quick time-saving option to make it available to you all the time. The next hack is setting up some project presets so that your project is set up exactly how you want it every time you create a new project. You don't have to go through and change things. It's already good to go. Because remember, minutes is going to equal hours over time. So in Resolve here, going to click on my project settings, the little cog icon down there at the bottom right. With your project settings open, you can go through here, change your resolution, your frame rate, change any of these project settings that you want, and then we're going to save those as a preset. So once you've got the settings the way that you want them, come to the 3 little dots at the top right, and we can save current settings as a preset. Name it, and then it's going to be saved as a preset. Now, to take that one step further, instead of having to apply this preset, to have it use that preset by default, I'm just going to cancel out of here, come back to my 3-dot menu, and I can load up the preset that I want, and then I want to set current settings as default preset, which means every time I open up Resolve, it's going to use those settings as the default for a project in DaVinci Resolve. So new project, it's going to have those settings by default. I don't have to go and set them. I don't even have to apply the preset. It's just going to do it for you. Boom, you're going to be off and running. So you're saving a few minutes every single project right there just by having the project set up and ready to go as soon as you create it in the project manager. So there you have 7 hacks that are going to help you save minutes on every edit and hours on every project. These are things I use all the time, and really they're just going to help you get through your project a little quicker, focus more on the creative instead of having to do those same things over and over again, because let's be honest, we all get tired of doing that stuff. So if you can, speed that part of it up, don't worry about that part, and focus on your story and the creative part of creating that video. If you guys like these kind of videos, let me know. Happy to make more of them. Thank you to Artlist for sponsoring today's video. Again, if you want to check them out, there's a link down in the description below. And with that said, I'm out of here. I will catch you guys in the next video. Let me know how much time you're saving. I want to know. Are you saving time or what? All right. See you in the next one.